Hello. Today we are going to see how to create a reverse foot. Through with the help of reversing the foot, you can do a lot of actions through your foot. So you can do a heel lift and a toe tap and a toe tip. So like that you can create a lot of things. So today we're going to see how to do that. Okay, let's jump in. Just get into your skeleton and open your IK handle. So we're going to achieve, this is only for IK, so through the help of IK you can do everything. So just open that, and so you're going to create, there are two things, and wherever you have a rotation, just you can choose a rotate plane solver. So first one, second one, so a rotate plane solver is created, and just to get into that, just hit G on your key. So IK handle, go and choose your single chain solver for these two bones. So 1, 2, hit G, so 3, 4. So totally you got 3 handles. And what you're going to do is you're going to animate everything. You're not going to animate the handles separately, so sometimes it may get messed up. So what you're going to do is just you're going to create the handles, and you're going to group the handles. To group it, so Control G to group the handles. And whenever you do grouping, automatically the pivot will be in the center of your workspace. So hit D on your keyboard, and so snap your pivot over the foot. So you're going to snap it here. And so now what you have to do is the first group is created, and now you have to select the two handles and Command G, so group the other two things, and hit D on your keyboard and take the pivot and put it on the foot. So put it on the foot bone and hit D. Like, you might wonder why I'm putting everything on the foot. So why? Because the pivot will be here and it will do the rest. Like, you can select your group one and hit rotate, and automatically you will get this kind of movement. And if you are selecting your group and you have a toe tap, so only the toe part will go up and down. So that is the reason. You can also give the naming convention, that is so important. And just I'm giving toe tap for my second group, and for my first group, leg up, just a related name, there's no particular name. So leg lift, enter. So that's the two groups you got. And now what you can do is you're going to do like you have created the first one as a group one and second two as group two. Now you select both the groups, like select that and hold your control or command. So select both the groups and group it again, Control G. So you got another group. And now what this group will do was like T on the keyboard, and you have to put the pivot at the tip of your toe. So hit V and snap it to the toe bone, and just hit D again, so that now you can check it out. You can the entire leg will be stand on your tip. So that's your toe tip. So toe tip. Okay. So you got three different things, and now what you're going to do is you're going to group this group again, put it in another group. So Command G and put it in another group, and now you're going to take the pivot. So hold your V on your keyboard, so hit D and hold your V, and now what you're going to do is you're going to put it in the ankle part. So D. Now you can check it out. So at that moment, okay. So you can also, if you want, you can also do another group and foot lift. Okay, you can also create another group and like what are the other movements you want, you can take that and you can do things. If you keep everything, if you keep all the groups separately, then it'll be really good for you. It'll be very useful to animate everything separately. So that's the reason I put everything in a separate group and do a group again, and we can animate very easily. So it's so easier method. And one more thing, this is not the only method to do reverse foot. There are so many other options too. So if you want, just you can check it out the other options by creating bones. From here, you can create a bone and put it there, and with the help of that bone, it's quite different. So whether whichever you want, just you can adapt that. That's the only thing. Okay, so that's the thing. And now what you can do is you can select the foot lift and you can parent that to your base. You don't want to select entire all these groups again and you have to group it to this part because everything gonna get collapsed. So you can select the group and select your control and hit P on your keyboard. So automatically everything will comes under this like this control. So that's your hierarchy. Now if you select this, you can lift your leg, IK leg, and if you select everything separately, now you can do all the movements, all the separate movements. So every time it'll be, I'm sure it'll be tough to open that particular group and animate it. It'll be really difficult to do that. So what you can do, you can select the group, select the control, and now what you can do is just you can get into your channel box and just go and add an attribute. So hit an attribute, and first you work with the simple values, and later you can check it out. So first I'm gonna do my leg lift, leg, and just go lift, and make sure like whichever you are happier, like a float value or a whole value integer. So whichever you are happier, just you can work on that. So now I'm giving integer, anything. If you want a minute thing, just you can go with a float value. Point values will be taken. Here in integer, the whole number will be taken like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of 1.1, 1.2 like that. So whichever comfortable, whichever useful, so you can fix it. So I'm going integer. And so for just showing how, I'm going to give you some minimum value, so 0, starting from 0, and maybe minus 10 plus 10, so minus 10 plus 10, and add. So one value is added, and now toe tap, so toe tap, and integer, minimum value 0, and maximum value 10, hit enter. Okay, add. And so toe tap, toe lift, it's done, and toe tap, toe lift, and now what you can do is foot lifter. So toe tip, so toe tip, same thing. So 0, starting from 0 to some 50, add. So later we can check it out. It is a plus 50 or minus 50. We can check things. And foot lift. So you can select the foot lift. Minus 30 plus 30. And okay, so these are the few options created in this. Oh my God. So I just mistakenly created that attribute. So select this and add the value attribute foot lift. Minus 30 plus 30. hit OK or add or OK. So for our values got selected, and now we are going to use that connection editor or set driven key, whichever you want. If you put a pretty small value, what you can do is you can fix something and you can work with that. So can just we are going to take this group and you're going to connect up both the things together. So driver driven, the same thing, same concept. So let's go and select your connection editor, and you're connecting this value over this value. So that's your leg lift and things on the side, and you have to work with the rotation value, and your sorry. So you have to select the control and put it on the left because you're going to connect this one. So that's your lift, tap, tip, foot lift. And now first you have to select your leg lift and reload on your right. And what you're going to do, just you're going to do your rotation part. So positive rotation. So that's your rotate X. So just search for rotate X. Here is your rotation, and that's your rotation X. So before that you have to select the toe leg lift and your rotation X. So it got connected. You can see that yellow thing which shows you it got connected. And now you have to go with the toe tap and select the toe tap group and reload on your right side, and the same option. So same X, it got connected. And now select your toe tip, and what you have to do was select your toe tip group and reload on right and open that and do the similar stuff. So rotate X and select your foot lift and select the foot lift group, reload on right, open the rotation, rotate X. So everything is done, and now we can check it out with the values. Close it, select the control, and now you can work on this like a leg lift, and you can work with that control. So how much value you given, that much you can work on that, so you can control it. So 0, enter, and now you can go with toe tap. So you have to go in both the directions. So edit that attribute, toe tap, and the minimum value will be -10, -20, and +20. So close it. Now you can check it out. The value got changed. So 20. And here, if you don't want this value, a positive value, then what you can do is just you can select that, edit attribute, toe tap, and I don't want my positive value, so keep everything in 0. So close it. Now it will go in a negative direction, so toe tap. Alright, so next one is a toe tip. Alright, works fine. And your foot lift. So all these things. So if you want more stuff, you can work on that, like a slide, and so many things are there. But this is the concept. This is the base that to do your reverse foot. I hope you guys enjoyed this class, and if you have any queries, you can post the queries. Thank you.